Hey guys, I wanted to take an opportunity to go through and have CFPTC Mythbusters Part 2. I want to talk today a little bit about calories on a wearable. So I've heard this a lot lately, and I just want to kind of dispel this myth that you can use your calories from your wearable to go ahead and add those back to your diet. Why is this? Well, one, the calories that you get on your wearable, whether it's a Fitbit or your MyZone heart rate monitor, are not accurate. Studies have shown that this could be up to be 30 or 40 or 50% higher of inaccuracy. And why is that? Because they're using data like your heart rate. They may have data like an accelerometer. They also may have information like your age, weight, whatever, to try to generate calories based on your heart rate or movement. So what doesn't this account for? It doesn't account for things like weight moved. It doesn't really account for variations in your heart rate versus other models. And it doesn't also account for something like, hey, we've all played something like Wii Sports where you move around a lot, but you're not really actually burning a lot of calories. So these things are just, like I said, highly inaccurate. So what can you use it for? Well, one, something that gives you some kind of points back, like MEPS, METs, or different things that are out there that are kind of based on these heart rate zones. That's good because it can motivate you. What we don't want to do is go ahead and say, hey, look, I burned 500 calories on this, so I can go ahead and have that Chick-fil-A milkshake. Or, my workout was awesome. I burned 500 calories. Well, that wasn't a very good workout. It said I only burned 300 calories. So that's really not going to give us a good thing. So what we know is that in order to lose fat, we need to do a couple of things. One is we need to do some kind of strength training. So lifting weights is good. Number two, we need to have balanced nutrition. Number three, we need to operate in the different cardio zones, low intensity to high intensity. We need to have good lifestyle habits so that we're de-stressing a little bit and getting sleep. And number five, we need to make sure that we are also getting good activity. And so things like those Fitbits that are giving you step counters, the step counts may be inaccurate, but they're also giving us a chance to measure how much we're getting up and moving around. So that's another good use. Lastly, one of the things that it doesn't do very well on there is to measure like the output of how much by the weight, how much energy you've used by the weight that you've put on moved. So for example, if you're doing deadlifts or thrusters, we know that those are going to require a lot of energy, but really it's not going to get tracked that well. Or maybe I'm moving on an assault bike. So those things that we can track mechanically, we can also get different calorie outputs. Anyway, just wanted to kind of cover that. And if you have any questions, feel free to give me a call.